Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the trigonometric identities, and these are some of the properties that you absolutely have to know in order to be able to work with the trig identities. So I'm going to quickly go over these with you, and then in the next video I'll have a few more. So you've got to be sure you know your x, y, r definitions. Sine is y over r, cosine is x over r, tangent is y over x. And the cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, r over y. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, r over x. And tangent is the reciprocal of cotangent, x over y. Number 2, you need to know your reciprocal identities. The reciprocal identities. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. You can also look at those the other way. The sine is the reciprocal of the cosine. I said that wrong. The sine is the reciprocal of the cosecant. The cosine is the reciprocal of the secant, and the tangent is the reciprocal of the cotangent. Number 3 are your quotient identities. The tangent is sine divided by cosine. If you think about the fact that on the unit circle, the sine is y and the cosine is x, then the tangent is y over x. So the tangent is sine over cosine. The cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so it's cosine divided by sine. And the last one for this video are your even and odd properties. The sine and its reciprocal cosecant are odd functions. The tangent and its reciprocal cotangent are also odd functions. The cosine and its reciprocal secant are even functions. And what that means is that if I do the sine of the opposite of theta, that's going to equal the same thing as the opposite of the sine of theta. That's true also for the cosecant. The cosecant of the opposite of theta is equal to the opposite of the cosecant of theta. The cosine is even, so the cosine of the opposite of theta is equal to the cosine of theta. And its reciprocal is the same. The secant of the opposite of theta is equal to the secant of theta. And the last one, the tangent and its reciprocal cotangent are odd. So the tangent of the opposite of theta can be replaced with the opposite of the tangent of theta, and the cotangent of the opposite of theta can be replaced with the opposite of the cotangent of theta. So you need to study these properties. You need to know these. If you're not familiar enough with these when you see them, then you won't know what steps to take with your trig identities. So study these.